Welcome back to Dad Meat Podcast. We're here with our new weapons, courtesy of the Trash Cast. Thank you, Jason and John.
Yo, thank you very much, boys. It's time to fucking exit light. That's probably picking up great. Is that good?
The kendo sticks and the children's screams from outside.
Dude, we should go backyard wrestle for these motherfuckers screaming outside. That's probably the ultimate feeling, though, by the way. Putting on a good
Fighting
backyard
kids.
wrestling performance. Dude, paralyzing a 9-year-old by powerbombing him through an old mattress in a backyard probably rules.
Yeah, what would you do if you found out that's what Sandusky was actually doing?
If Sandusky was
Straight
doing
up
CZW,
wrestling, yeah.
Oh, my God. Just like fingering their butts and then smashing light tubes on their heads. I'd say free my boy Jerry. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still kicking, man.
He seems like one of those guys that would have died.
Nah, man, he'll stay around forever.
Seems like one of those guys that would have died pretty quickly when he got to prison.
What do you think keeps him going?
I mean, he probably absorbed a lot of childhoods. Dude, Jerry Sandusky is a walking monstropolis. He's got enough children's screams.
Yeah.
The lights are never going out on Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah.
Can we start over? Yeah. Wasn't the kid that turned him in? Wasn't his name Mike Wazowski? It was something like that. It was pretty close. That ginger dude. Pretty sure that ginger dude's name was Mike. Art imitates life, dude. People don't talk about that.
Yeah, that's pretty gross, man. Thank you.
Whatever, man.
Mike was out of all the Pixar characters, Mike Wazowski does look prime molestable.
Yeah,
You
okay.
You only got to cover one eye. You could pick him up.
He'd probably be happy about it a little bit. Like, at least someone picked me for something.
Yeah, you wouldn't go with Sully.
Wasn't he Billy Crystal, by the way?
He was, yeah.
God, dude. That's a guy that you want to see just die in a traffic accident.
Speaking of him, I recently read an audiobook about Joe Torre, the former Yankees manager, and he said there was a point where team morale was lagging, so he arranged for Billy Crystal to come into the clubhouse to do stand-up.
Oh, God.
I could not think of a worse thing. No. Well, they said it did, but I cannot imagine Billy Crystal crushing in a...
Yeah, right. I mean, he's a consummate professional.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not for us, obviously, but if, like, you're a millionaire baseball player and you're going through it, you got the yips or whatever was going on with him, Billy Crystal comes in, does a couple of silly voices or whatever he does. I don't know what the fuck. You're going to tap dance, dude.
Do you think you'll ever hit the podcasting yips?
Oh, dude, if I ever hit my stride, I'll start worrying about it. But until then, I think I'll spend every podcast I ever do just worrying that I'm, like, wasting everyone's time.
Ah, buddy. Couldn't be further from that.
What about you? You get the yips?
Dude, I have a mini stroke every 13 seconds podcasting. So I'm yipping from start to finish, baby.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm on the performance enhancers, bro.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, buddy. I've never tried a Monster Rehab.
Oh, it's terrible.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's delicious, dude.
I did just brush my teeth. Maybe that's what it is. But the reason I got you this for two reasons. Number one, first of all, dude, Monster Rehab.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically your alter ego.
It's Wigger champagne.
Yeah, dude. Rehab for my real friends. But also, it was in an anti-theft device at Rite Aid. So I was like, I got to free the boys.
Yeah.
I had to break the boys out of Rite Aid.
Do you think Monster arranges that to make it more enticing?
No, I think they just let the demographics sort it out. There were other 4-packs of energy drinks that were not in the crate. So I think there were some flat brims walking out with these.
All right, so Monster Rehab is Monster Energy plus tea and lemonade. So it's like not quite an Arnold Palmer. It's more like an Arnold Punch Her.
Okay. All right. We're getting started, dude. Let us fucking warm up a little bit, dude. That was a good warm up. You're on deck.
I gotta be honest, man. This is probably the tastiest energy drink I've ever had. Although we should stop talking about this because we're not being paid to do this.
They're not paying us, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit sucks, actually, dude. Don't ever buy shit from Monster till they send the check.
Yeah, this tastes like cartoon cum.
Are we still hearing? Are we still hearing those kids screaming out back?
I think they're coming through, yeah.
Man, how horrific. I remember going to see, what was that movie where the kids were screaming and it had the scary monsters? Where the Wild Things Are.
Was that a joke?
No.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to guess Monsters, Inc.
This was live action
Penn
Monsters,
State.
Inc.
Man.
I went to go see that in the hood, and I remember thinking, like, kids do not act like this.
Which one, Monsters, Inc. or
Where the Wild Things
Where
Are.
the Wild Things Are? Yeah.
It's
Well, that was about autistic boys.
Okay.
Yeah, that was about my people.
All right. Now,
What set you off though? What was like?
I was like, kids don't do this. And then when I moved here, that's all that demographic does is just this.
Yeah.
They just scream at each other.
Yeah, it's spaz children.
Yeah.
I mean, we should invite them in. Well, we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to invite
Yeah,
them in.
invite strange kids in. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, send Mikey. Send Mikey to go recruit these children.
He's busy, man. He's in fucking Oculus world.
Yeah. We could do this in Oculus world, right?
I don't know. I don't know how to do anything.
I think that's the next frontier.
Okay.
I know we're trying to sort out like a new physical studio and all that. I think we could do this in a closet with some headsets.
Tim, if I were to get my dick sucked in Oculus world, is that cheating?
Whoa. I'd have to go to the council on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would say don't do anything until I get back to you, until I consult the legal team.
I could keep it in my pants until then.
Yeah, whatever you do, do not get your dick sucked by a 60-year-old dude in a black apartment wearing a headset.
You got any more cum in those virtual balls?
That's gotta be crazy. Because I know my kids play like Roblox and shit like that and other like always online games. Mm-hmm. And I just tell them to either close the chat or ignore it. But like, dude, in virtual world, that's Predator's Paradise. That's a what do they call it? A hitter's park for child molesters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, Oculus World is a hitter's park for just the Sandusky's out there.
How do you think they work with like voice modulators to kind of ingratiate themselves?
Well,
or do you think they're just straight up adults being like, yo, you guys are so cool?
Well, have you ever seen creeps on the internet turn on their girl voice?
No.
Ooh, that's spooky. You know what? Write this down for the new studio space. I want to be able to instantly pull up a video of trans creeps online turning on and off their girl voice.
Jake, could you do an impression of one for us?
Yeah, Jake, give us your. Oh, stop! Let me set you up. Pick up the microphone. Okay. Here's what you're doing. All right, I want you to imagine. Yeah. I am an extremely horny 14-year-old boy.
Okay.
In an Oculus.
Yeah.
You are you, and you need to fuck me.
Oh,
dude, you need me to suck you off. But you gotta. You think you're gonna. You think there's gonna be some hesitation because you're not a hot lady. So you gotta convince me you're a hot lady. Go.
Hey, you guys ever get a
frappuccino? Yes.
At Starbucks?
God, dude, I'm so hard. Yo, dudes, everybody get out of the fucking chat. There's a girl that wants me to fucking hook up with her. She sent me her age, sex, location, dude.
Did you ever get catfished online when you were a kid?
No, I had just gay dudes open because I was so online. I had gay dudes just swinging for the fences, just like, yo, what's up? I'm a gay dude. Do you want a cyber?
Oh man, you can almost respect that.
Oh, I absolutely did. I did have an online girlfriend when I was in like, I don't know, I want to say 2nd or 3rd grade. It had to be a dude.
She lived in California?
No, I don't remember where she lived. And I can't even remember the screen name. But like, even at the time, even when I was like 10 years old, I was like, this has got to be a dude. I just stopped responding. Yeah.
You're making my mustache tingle.
You're so much cooler than my real son.
Jake,
you catfished a boy? Larry's Backyard Barbecue catfished a boy?
One of my best friends.
One of your best friends?
Yeah. When the internet was first coming out in the AOL chat.
You Black Mirrored your boy?
Yeah. When Larry comes here, he acts like he's in a black movie theater. He just yells shit out as the production's going on. Jake, you seem like the kind of kid that gets taken advantage of a lot.
Nah, I'm pretty good. I mean, I had one online girlfriend growing up.
What? What was your name?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Was she hot?
I never saw a picture. I don't know. It's probably a dude.
Yeah. Every online girlfriend ever is a dude.
Yeah.
Dude, what kind of stuff would she get you with?
She tried to cyber once, and I was down to do it, and I think it was like 6th grade, but I think I got like stood up in the chat room.
No.
Yeah. So, but I felt like so experienced after that, you know. Like I showed up.
You started smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Dave, she left you buffering.
Nothing sent my heart into a panic more than the words "let's cyber."
Oh my god!
When I was on AOL, dude, it was just like I have no idea what to do after you say yes to cybering.
Dude, I
don't know if I ever successfully cybered.
I had a job where cleaning air ducts where I have to go into people's homes when I was like 19, and it took me a few months to realize this is what was happening. But a lady was trying to give me pussy. A real life lady.
You're so oblivious, man.
I am.
What happened?
I was finishing up. It was a Friday afternoon, and she made up some like imaginary problem that had nothing to do with the duct work. And I was like, I guess I could probably do it. It was just like
oh, Michael, I've got some dust in my vents.
Not too far off from that, buddy. But she's like, are you off this weekend? I was like, yeah. She's like, would you mind coming back tomorrow night? She's like, I'll make you dinner.
Ooh.
And I was like,
you probably could have got a pitcher of fresh lemonade out of her.
And I said no.
So you turned down love and money.
I did.
Wow.
I had to chill with my boys.
Do respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Do respect that.
Dude, we would get a Budweiser beer ball every weekend.
Do they still sell beer balls?
I don't know, man.
No.
We would get them in like, I think from like 96 to like 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, it was
That was
heaven.
beer ball prime time.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that, man.
Damn. What do they have instead of beer balls now? What do you get? I think people just buy like 50 cans of beer now.
I couldn't imagine. What do they get now, Larry?
Some brands have like a little keg.
A
Tiny
keg?
keg?
Like the same amount.
Like a disposable keg?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense because like aside from the beer ball, you would have to get a quarter keg if you wanted anything more.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, when you're like fucking barely 21, you're like, all right, well, who's going to put the deposit up for the keg? And then we got to rent a tap.
Right.
Trying to scrounge up 25 extra bucks between 3 fucking losers
Yeah.
is always an adventure.
Yeah, getting fucked up back then. There were like a number of side quests involved.
Dude, especially with drugs. Like, I don't remember any drug transaction ever. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've probably had 2 that went smoothly in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it was always like, all right, we got to meet him in this apartment complex parking lot. Then it's like, all right, his friend's actually going to come. It's like, all right, then you got to hang around the dumpster for a while. And it's like, eventually we're going to get coke. And then it's like, oh, he's not coming.
He got stood up in the chat room.
Are weed guys like that?
I don't know. I've never had a weed guy. I've always just had friends that were swimming in it. I've never once had to like get drugs from a stranger in my life. But now people like mail me mushrooms and shit. I don't know. I've never struggled with this shit. I'm sorry. I feel like a rich kid. It's like, oh, you guys didn't have money? You didn't have any land? Sad.
No.
Yeah.
Jake, what about you, buddy?
Yeah, no, I asked a lot of weird people for like weed over time, and I mean, it always ended up usually with me being sold oregano.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that would happen a lot.
Would you ever confront them about it?
No, because like they were like long gone by the time I
Ah.
realized. So I just put it on pizza. Just yeah, made the best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad stuff though, dude. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, I'm not getting
Yeah.
hung up on this old pathetic bullshit.
Ew. That was pretty gross. I meant to text you before you came over today to let you know I was ripping tonight, but I'm not really ripping anymore. I had one good one when you guys came in. Nobody even acknowledged it.
Dude, I guarantee I know exactly what it sounded like. You probably lifted your cheeks and it went, and that was it. And it didn't smell, and no one cared.
This sounds like, dude, this sounds like the end of a marriage. I'm going to get a new podcast partner. Wait to see how he reacts to my farts.
He pukes. Every time he fart, he pukes. Oh, good one, Mike. Dude, if you got like a total bitch sidekick that would just like overreact to your farts, like, oh, good one, dude. Puke all over the table. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Dude, maybe that's the actual girlfriend experience when you get a prostitute.
like you bring her over, or do you go to her? You got a hotel room, and you fart under the blanket one time, and she's just like, "Ew, stop, babe."
Yep. That's all I want.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cheap. I think.
I give that to my wife, so shout out to my wife for this. But anytime I fart in bed, she still hits me with it. You're fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
That keeps me going, man.
Yo, speaking of your wife, Happy Mother's Day to all the fucking single dads who stepped up, and they're fucking really getting it done. This day is about you guys.
It really is, man.
You know, we've given fucking dumb bitches enough Father's Days. It's time for us to encroach on Mother's Day. Yo, if you're a single dad or even a partial custody dad dealing with some fucking dumb bitch, today's about you, bro. You're the fucking man. Why? What's up, Jake? Did you just gasp?
Yeah.
What?
Remind me of some.
What?
I took my kid to the aquarium yesterday,
Mhm.
and I called a woman a dumb bitch loudly
What?
by the shark tunnel. It was pretty awesome.
What was she doing?
So I was
Probably being a dumb bitch.
Dude, yeah, she was being a dumb bitch. All right. So I was there with my family. It's crowded, but like not too bad, right? And so she comes like the wrong way down the shark tunnel at first, and she just stops at my kid's stroller and just like waits for me to move. I'm like, you could just go around. So she doesn't say excuse me, doesn't say anything. I'm like, whatever, no big deal. Then like 3-4 minutes later, she comes back up the fucking ramp and like does the there was somebody kind of blocking both of us. And when that person moved, like I started to go, and again she like cut me off, and it just like I just filled me with rage.
Did the Jaws music start playing as you were progressively getting angrier?
Yeah, I think it was. And I'm like holding my kid. I'm holding my other kid's hand.
Now, did you say it out loud or did you go,
Yes.
dumb bitch?
Dude, and it got louder and louder. And then when I got to bitch, I tried to pull back, but it was too late.
Yeah. Congratulations, dude. I bet it
Yeah.
felt great.
Let me ask you this,
dude.
Jake. WHITE or?
Oh, yeah, yes.
All right.
Yes, great white. But she, so she just started passing me, and I was just like, you could just say, excuse me for once, you dumb bitch. Like that. Started doing a talking
I'm
head
very
song.
proud
Yeah.
of you, man.
Dude,
That's
when his
awesome.
dark side comes
Dude,
out, it comes
She
out.
turned around, too. Like, she ignored the whole excuse me part, like, but then she turns around and goes, she was like, or, when I said, say excuse me, then she goes, excuse me? Chill out. And then I was like, God damn it. And then,
Oh,
then I was like, I hope I don't see her again.
man, you should have poured a drink on her head. That's actually the escalation protocol.
Yeah.
You hit her with dumb bitch, and if she doesn't take the message, you open a drink and you pour it on her head.
I wish I would have.
Seen it happen.
Damn, Jake.
Sorry, you just said the words dumb bitch, and it alarmed
I
me.
love when you get mad, dude.
Oh, it's a problem.
My dude MJ popped off on a lady this past week. We were driving. It was a neighbor, like far down the street. We've never encountered these people before, but we pull out. We're driving down the street, and a lady goes to pull out of her parking spot and almost like drives directly into us. So we both, MJ is driving. She slams on her brakes. This lady's stuck in her parking spot, and Mary Jo's window's open. And she gets halfway out of the car, like her entire upper body's out of the car. She was like, "Why don't you look where you're going, you stupid fucking bitch?" All 3 kids in the car. Dude, probably the hardest natty boner of my entire life. You stupid fucking bitch. So now every time I drive past this like section of the street, I slow down, I look out, just like, when are they going to come back? When are they going to be like, excuse me?
After that happened,
Never
did you
gonna
go on Pornhub and look up stupid fucking bitch
I
compilations?
mean, we had an hour drive where I was just like, like knuckle pressing my bird back down. You ever try to be super harsh to your bird because it's going hard?
Dude, that's most of the fun.
I was just mashing it back down. Like,
Yeah.
now, dude, remember this later.
Dude, it's like little brothering your bird. Just gets angrier at you.
Yeah, dude, MJ is the fucking queen, man. I might start Pokemon fighting her against other fucking dumb bitch wives.
I choose you, you stupid fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah, I do call her Squirtle.
You gonna make me Squirtle?
Yeah, she calls me Blastoise.
Ooh.
This is great. This is great stuff.
I'm glad you just said that out loud because I was never sure if his name was French or not.
You're calling him Blastoise?
I didn't say anything out loud. But I was never sure.
Chameleon?
I don't be knowing Pokemon's like that.
Wow, man.
brother from Pokemon Montreal. You ever think about that, Tim?
Dude, sometimes you'll say something like, this is one of those times. Sometimes you'll say something like, "Wait, has any of this conversation been real? Have I been in like a cattle chute all the way to that?" At what point in my day did I get onto the tracks to be led directly into Pokemon Montreal? It feels like a real Shutter Island situation.
That sounded like a metal detector.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good, man.
Man. Boo! You suck, dude.
Yeah, I should have saved that one in the next 5. Ugh.
Yeah, let me take this break in the conversation. Shout out my boy Ellis in Philly. This dude, I don't know, no specific reason, but this dude's just been like a monumental, like supportive bro, and he's like in the area, and I catch him out at shows and shit like that. I don't know if he's in the chat right now or not, but shout out my boy Ellis. He's the fucking man.
Yeah, he's the best, man. Yeah, he and Tony always come out to shows too.
Yeah. Tony comes out to shows. Actually, yo, bro, I was at when I was at Bananas in North Jersey with Matt and Sid. Fucking Kool-Aid and the Squirtle Squad came out. Party with my boys. Gigantic smoke session. That was, I mean, the people are fucking very sick. I'm pumped. Anyway, I just wanted to thank all those.
A lot of good boys with us, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, man. I'm still on cloud 9 from meeting Kenny's boys in Cleveland. Fucking T-Rex and hot sauce.
T-Rex and hot sauce.
The coolest fucking dudes on earth.
I don't want to like dox anybody, but I feel like we got to talk about these sick motherfuckers that we're meeting out on the road. T-Rex was how would you describe him? He looked like a Prodigy fan. Like he was like a he's like a bald guy with like menacing like goatee and I think like hoop earrings and like a head to toe fur coat situation. And oh my god, I can't remember why he was called T-Rex. Oh, because he wrecked a motorcycle.
Terrence and Rex, yeah.
Yeah. Don't dox him. And I just a gnarly motherfucker all around. And then Hot Sauce was also a tattoo artist who, just life of the party.
Last name Rexstein. But T-Rex reminded me of somebody that you would meet in the Little Monsters Underworld with Fred Savage, who's been a little bit of a bad boy from what I hear.
Yeah. He was definitely a Little Monsters guy. He was great because we were talking about like any dudes had threesomes, and it was this dude, and we asked like, okay, was it 2 ladies or was it a forbidden?
Mm.
Was it the cursed MMF?
Mm.
And he said both.
Mm.
And we said which one's better? 2 dudes or 2 dudes or 2 ladies? And he's like, well, when there's another dude, you can kind of like go grab a cigarette and come back. And I respected the hell out of that. That's a working man. A guy that's like looking for break time, even like in the middle of crushing pussy.
He's still on the clock.
Bro, he brought a metal lunch pail to eat pussy. That's my guy. Yeah, those dudes were sick. On top of Kenny being sick. I mean, we've talked about Kenny's plight. I mean, over and over again.
Yeah, he's just the man.
Yeah, we're surrounded by sick dudes.
Yeah, I love that he's virtually everywhere that we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've got like a wake of radical dudes. Tim Tuesday popped around. He was the fucking man. This is all to say, I'm dying to know what we're gonna run into in Texas.
Ooh, baby. I think it's gonna be a different breed.
Was that May 25th to 29th, right?
Yep, the 25th we will be in Houston. 26th we're dicking around. 27th and 28th will be in Austin, and then on the 29th we'll be in San Antonio. And if you go to timbutterly.com, you can find the tickets for all that.
I got all the links on my link tree. You can go to Tim Butterly. Yeah, dude. What kind of sick motherfuckers are going to be in Texas? I know that we were in Houston for Skankfest last year, but I don't know who was like local, who, you know. So I'm just hoping that we find some fucking just loose cannons. That's what I'm looking for everywhere I go, is a loose cannon. So yeah, be sure to come see us then.
Yeah, Texas is my kind of state. I didn't get to explore too much because we were relegated to the area.
Houston.
Yeah, the area in and around where Skankfest was. Ventured out a little bit, but just to go find knives for us. But not too much, man. I want to see Texas.
Yeah. Well, San Antonio, isn't that the Alamo?
I believe so.
I gotta see the Alamo.
Mhm.
Trying to check out the basement.
Mm-hmm.
You know me.
I know Charles Barkley says there's big women in San Antonio.
Ooh. If he says it.
So, I'm trying to find some of these couch ruiners to take pictures with and not do anything.
Yeah. What'd you do for Mother's Day?
I got my wife tickets to see Tori Amos.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be like a sinister twist to it.
No.
Oh, cool.
I remember her mentioning that she listened to Tori Amos a lot when she was younger, and I saw she was coming to town. And, I got my show tomorrow night with you, with McCusker at Helium. So she'll be taking a friend.
Oh, you're not going to the show with her?
No.
Cool, man.
It does. I'm so sorry, Larry. How about you, buddy?
I got up early and I made. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I think it's pronounced liege.
Blastois.
I think it's pronounced liege waffles, and they're these waffles with these big chunks of pearl sugar in them, and it takes a long time and it's labor intensive. And I got up at actually I gave myself warrior's diarrhea, which is where you eat 2 bowls of cereal at midnight. And then you wake up at 6:30 with just 5-alarm diarrhea.
I remember you saying a while back,
Bro,
that was a constant for you for a while.
It's the only way to live, as far as I'm concerned. Warrior's diarrhea. Got up at 6:30. I said, "Perfect. I'm ready to make waffles." And then I made 9 waffles that took 90 minutes to prepare. And then she's very impressed.
That's very sweet of you.
Yeah. And then I helped my daughter bake some lemon squares, which were top notch. And I got to pass on some. I don't have much baking knowledge, but I'm enthusiastic. I got to pass it on to my daughter, which was a big relief because she actually listened to me. I took her bowling the other day, and the second I tried to be like, you know what you need to do, she was just like, shut up, like instantly, just fuck off. As soon as I tried to like correct her and help her, she basically wanted me to jump in front of a truck. So I was like, hey, just so you know, man, you want that butter kind of chilled before you put it in the flour. And she was just like, okay. She soaked it up. It was a perfect day.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
Tired as fuck. But, that's just me, man. Happy Mother's Day to me.
How about you, Furman?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I was just listening to Tim's story and I got lost.
Do you eat pussy yet on Mother's Day?
Not yet.
This is pussy eating Christmas.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
I got. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the fancy music, the CPAP mask, and go in after this episode.
What do you do? Just put the other end of the hose in the pussy?
Jake is a pussy eating snorkel. Damn. Imagine Jake getting all Slimer on your pussy.
Yeah.
It's Slimer on the dining car.
I'm going to email Joe Pesci about you. Let him know that you're eating too much pussy. See if he can hit you with one of those infographics about how you can get pussy eating cancer. That's what I would want, man. If I had to get any kind of cancer, I would love to do that. I would love to actually get it so bad that they got a fucking Ebert at the bottom of my jaw.
Yeah, I just want them to put eating pussy on my death certificate. You know me, though. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to make her feel like a queen all day.
Oh, that's nice of you, man.
You know what's kind of funny though is that like when you're broke forever, and we're past this now, but when you're broke forever and you're also kind of a loser, when you try to like do something nice for your wife, there's always this like fear of like, okay, when's this gonna go wrong? Like, when am I gonna find out that we're like financially fucked forever because of like a simple gift? And I think we're past that. So this is just totally laid back. Then you know what I'm talking about, though, right? Yeah,
dude, everything. It's still hard for me to get over. I mean, not that we're fucking cruising, but there's still that little pang every time like you charge your card for something where it's like, all right, can I afford $150 right now? And it's like, all right, I got to check my thing. It's like, yes, I can. But dude, there were times, I think I talked about it like 2 weeks ago, a night where I ordered the Girls Gone Wild DVDs, or the next day when I sobered up, I was like, this is how it ends.
Yeah. What did you think of those, by the way? Those are in the news right now.
I never watched them. They came one day, and I was looking out for them because I didn't want my wife to know that I ordered them. So I was just like waiting and waiting and
That's
waiting.
nuts that you were married while Girls Gone Wild was still mailing DVDs. That's, I mean, you've been married forever.
This was 2006, I believe.
Okay.
Like when you said you were looking out for the DVDs, I thought you meant you were looking out for the girls. I'm like, how? Yeah.
So you never watched them?
No, they came, and it was like 8 of them that came at once.
Whoa.
And yeah, we had a DVD player, but it was in the living room, and we had a pull-out couch in the living room. So if I wanted to put one on, I would have to do it while my wife was in bed in the same room, and I wasn't going to risk that because I made the mistake of saying that I had forsaken porn just because she was the only one that I wanted to look at.
Aww.
And for like, there's just no connection now. It's like you could be totally in love with your wife and just say "Good morning, beautiful" to a number of porn stars on Twitter each morning.
I think we draw the line in different spots, but I get what you're saying.
However, I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm done with porn. It's just going to be sex for me. And I held strong to that for a while. Dude, I broke my porn sobriety. I'll never forget the morning. It was a Saturday morning, and my boy Steve had called me. And I'm talking to Steve. I had just ordered pay-per-view porn. Like, I got my direct deposit. I was fucking cooking that morning, boy. And my wife woke up because I was, like, laughing at something Steve said. And porno was on our big screen TV. And she was just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What? It's a movie."
I'm texting my boys and watching porn. Have I talked about this on? I might have only talked about this on Twitch, but I think we got to start like normalizing like a dude just muting himself on the Xbox chat to crank one out. Like if you're partying with your boys, let's say you're like playing Destiny 2, you're in a raid. I think it should be socially acceptable for your one boy. And I have no desire to do this, but I want my boys to know like, yo, if we're in a raid in Destiny 2 or we're playing Warzone, like, dude, if you need to like rip one, just mute yourself, bro. I support you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's weird. And it's just like, you know, maybe don't mute yourself. Maybe let me hear it. Let me hear you wreck your meat. I think maybe I'll do better in our game.
I agree with that. I mean, I've told you how horny games make me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a Pavlovian response because you ate pussy with a PlayStation 1 CD player.
Psh, brother, I'm like Sonic. I'm trying to lose these rings, baby.
Man.
That's what I'm going to start doing. Like, I'm going to keep a handful of change, so when I come, I'm going to throw it all across the room.
Man, can I be Tails and I'll lift you out of the room after you nut?
Yeah, you could be that for me.
Cool, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, man.
Jake, do you have any elaborate ejaculation setups?
Oh no. I'm more of like a grab and go kind of guy. I just
Jake does it in a big gulp cup in the bathroom.
I got, we used to have like before we had our second kid, like we had like a spare bedroom, so like I do a door open and everything. Like while not everyone, like while kid was asleep, wife was home and awake. Yeah, dude, I just do it like whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're a bad boy, man.
yeah, and however I want.
Larry, do you have any elaborate setups when special occasions, but then also normal nights where you're into porking? Like, do you have any?
This
wild
feels
routines?
like, Mike, it feels like you're fucking with a haunted chest right now.
I think I know what I'm doing here. I think we're going to get something good.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we just found out that Jake jerks off in the big gulp cups. What is something elaborate that you have set up for Mother's Day for your special?
Yeah, do you have
lady?
any, like, mousetrap contraptions to, like, cut your wife's head off if she's about to walk in on you, cranking one out in, like, the study or whatever?
Nah, she'll join in if she sees me doing it.
Oh, it's party time?
Yeah.
It's on site if you're wrecking your meat. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my wife also takes her dick out when she sees me cranking mine.
Yeah. I think have I told you about this? I think I realized that like it's impossible to tell if you just caught someone jerking off, because if you walk in on someone and you accuse them of jerking off, whether they were or they weren't, I think they'll have the same reaction.
Not
So
me,
if you walk in on someone cranking it, or you think they're cranking it, you go, "Were you just jerking off?" They're like, "What? No, what?" Maybe you do that, and it's like it's the same thing whether they were or not.
Nah, when you
If
find
I,
out,
dude, if my wife's like, "Were you just wrecking one in here?" I'm like, "No, I would never even do that." Every time.
I'm gonna do it right before you come in the room one of these times. You're gonna know it too, because I look like Pongo when he found out the puppies were getting up to triple digits. Just like,
Yeah, there's also going to be a green gas cloud because you make stinky cum. No.
when being that the cum trees are coming back around, do you think of me often?
I always think of you, man. What are you talking about?
That's sweet
I don't
of
need
you.
cum trees to think of my boy. What are you talking about, dude? I got cum brain. Yeah. I did test the scent, by the way. No scent. I've confirmed. Remember I was saying that like I'm internal only?
All right, man. We'll go
I
with
threw
that.
one out of bounds on purpose.
All right.
God is my witness. Wife is my witness, dude. There's no aroma whatsoever.
All right. I'm gonna need my bleach boys to hit me up in the chat right now.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Actually, mail us your cum. We're gonna do a study.
We're gonna do a cum flight.
No.
Out of all the dudes that we know, Tim, who do you think has the most pungent cum?
Wow, that's tough. It's got to be Lemaire though.
Same guy.
Dude, Lemaire has to have room clearing cum.
I think it's either going to be him, or I think Shaner might have cum that just makes you say, "What is that?"
Yeah. No, I think when Shaner, I don't know if you. Shaner's probably got like a visual thing to his, like a racing stripe in it or something.
He's got something.
Shaner's got toothpaste cum.
Just rolling his dick up to get it out.
Yeah, that's got to be it, man. I
All
also
right.
think that I think Beezer's probably has like a slight like tobacco scent to it.
His dick has a fucking cigarette hanging out of it.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Where are these coming from? It's like a Japanese subway. Just when you think the last ones are out, there's more coming.
Yeah, that sounded like a bunch of Transformers transforming. I think I'm going to stop doing that. It's got to be repulsive. It's got to be beyond right now.
That's Ploptimus Crime.
All right, let's talk about something. Let's stop goofing around with farts.
All right, so we've covered cum, we've covered farts. Like that's pretty much the podcast, man.
Yeah, I mean this is like I said, this is eat and push Christmas. So this is my favorite holiday. I think one thing I was excited about to do this with no guests is just like, I think you put it this way earlier, but like just getting back to basics, man. You know, I don't want people to think that I'm just like out here fucking around. I'm not out here, you know, pissing in the wind. I'm still dead serious about not being a fucking loser my whole life. And I don't want people to get confused and think that it's just party time. It's not, dude. I'm working harder than ever. I don't know about you. I'm putting the fucking hours in,
Yeah,
man.
dude, it's not party time, even though we're buying Rehab Monster by the case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm still like, obviously, man, my DMs are filling up with just, you know, kind-hearted, like-minded people. And I'm trying to respond to everybody as best I can. Actually, I'm going to switch over to voice notes from now on. Now I'm going to start responding. I'm just going to start like talking into my phone to respond to people. Because I'm just like revising and like I replied to a dude about like IT careers today, and I was just like rewriting it over and over again. I was like, I gotta stop, dude. I'm just gonna start sending people like videos or something. But yeah, dude, there's still fucking. I think there. You know what? All right, so we have a ton of people that are on board. We have a ton of people like reaching out constantly, and I think there's tons more to come. And as these people like show up, I'm excited for them to find out about our like very like energetic and involved like community. And you know, I am behind on replying to people, but I don't want anyone thinking I'm like inaccessible. So if you're waiting on a response from me for anything, just know it's coming. I'm cutting through everything.
Yeah, I would just also send an email with the subject line, "Hey faggot."
Hey faggot.
That usually gets me.
Yeah. I might start responding to mean comments too. Just
Oh,
like,
no.
does this make you feel good? Make you feel good treating a retarded person like this? This is you're calling an autistic boy a retarded faggot, okay? Is that going to make you feel good? And most of them are like, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read anything mean in a couple weeks. Although a guy said something in the chat last week that was probably the most unintentionally mean thing anybody said about me. He says, "Does Mike cut his own hair?" And like I was listening to the conversation, I happened to glance over and I saw it, and it took everything not to just.
Did you get a haircut this week?
Fatality? No, I didn't.
Oh, because it looks fresh.
Oh, thanks, but I just put some cream in it.
Yeah, you went all out tonight.
It is Mother's Day.
Oh, dude, you got leveled by a mean haircut comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people calling me that 70s podcaster, by the way.
What does that mean?
I guess I just look like a fucking guy from the 70s.
Oh.
I thought I looked cool. I did my best. I tried really hard to look cool, and people were like, "Bad News Bears guy, huh? Nice."
Well, it's probably the smoking kid on the moped, if that's that makes you feel better.
Oh, that would be fucking sick. What do you think about getting into smoking cigarettes right now?
Oh, dude, I'll never smoke a cigarette.
No?
Never have. Never will.
Yeah, I smoked one time as a joke.
How was it?
I don't know. Like, I felt like I sinned.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I sinned and there was no going back. Like, now I'll never be able to say I've never once smoked a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, when nurses ask me, they say, do you smoke? I say, I did one time. And
Okay.
they write it down. And it feels terrible. I feel like I gave up my lung virginity.
I felt that way with, you know how like dip also comes in the little pouches.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to do dip and I got a pouch one time.
You chewed it like gum.
Yeah. But I put it in, and within about like 10 minutes, I felt like I was hallucinating, and I threw it out back, and I went upstairs and I threw up. And I just felt like, you know, that it's that shame you feel like when you jerk off for the first time, you're just like, I'm such a bad boy.
I think I threw up after the first time I cranked it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I threw up as I came. I'm like Will Smith. I throw up every time I get pussy, Jake.
Yeah. Did you? I think I don't know if you've told me this before, but I've been open before about this. There was a period before I actually like really cracked one off where I was like trying to accidentally come as much as possible, so I could get away with it in the eyes of the Lord. Did you ever do that?
No, baby, I just let it rip.
Really?
Yeah.
I had this move where I would steal. Was it High Society? Might have been the name of the magazine.
That was a good one.
And I found one in my brother's drawer, and I would pull it out, and I didn't even know what I was looking at. But when I got hard, I would just mash my bird down, and it would go down like the side of my pants, like against my thigh. And if I pushed it down enough, I would almost piss my pants.
Oh,
that was
man.
all I knew. I was just like, this is the coolest ever.
Dude, I'm gonna do that this week, man. I miss that feeling.
Yeah.
Like when you're fucking, it's like Night of the Living Dead, where they're coming through the walls, and you're just trying to keep them at bay.
Yeah.
You don't want that thing to come through.
I didn't know you cummed at the end. So I thought
Night of the Living Dead?
I was pissing my pants. Yeah, I thought I was pissing all over myself when this happened.
Do you think someone should tell you what happens?
Yes, absolutely. I think there should be posters in the hallways at school.
just dude squirting.
Oh, yeah.
Like right above the water fountain.
A dude with both hands on his hips. Just, oh. Yo, did they do that on purpose at Gas Digital, by the way? When you use the bathroom at Gas, there's a mirror behind the toilet that is low enough that you have to look at your own dick. Did they do that on purpose?
I don't know, but I've been meaning to ask you if the painting in there has eyes that slide out.
I have no idea. I don't know what the rest of the bathroom looks like because I've only ever seen my own dick.
I don't know, buddy. I did use the fucking bidet for the first time there, and I gotta get one for here.
Was that your first time ever using a bidet?
It was.
Wow. How do you go back? That's nuts.
You can't. I just feel like every time I've taken a shit since then, I feel like I've dragged my asshole through a tar pit.
Yeah.
And I've looked in the fucking bidets, and it seems to be a decent one's like $300.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if I want to spend $300 right now on a bidet.
You know it's worth it, though.
I know, buddy,
it's
but
worth it, dude.
dog, that
Bro,
one.
If you're not going to take care of your butthole, who is? Oh,
True.
let's get a bidet sponsorship. Toto's a good company. Let's get a
Is that what
Toto
you have?
sponsorship. I think so.
Yeah, I noticed when I used it, there were like 6 different settings you could use. And at that point, I think like if you're doing anything other than just straight at it, you're in there for more than just cleaning your butthole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that my first time, man.
How much pressure did you put on?
I just hit the button, and whatever it was set at came out. Now, I didn't know you were supposed to turn it off. I thought it just went off after like on its own after a few squirts, but I had that puppy on for like 2 minutes, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, every time I hop on my bidet at home, it's on the lowest pressure setting, and I might have a family meeting about it. Like, dude, you guys know this is not cleaning your butt. What are you doing in there? It's time to make some changes, dude. I don't want anyone looking me in the eye and saying, Dad, I use the soft pressure.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to put mine on race riot, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my butthole out of public school.
You don't think there's German shepherds in that bathroom with you? You use my bidet.
That's rotten.
Yeah, I know, buddy, but that's what assholes do to you, man.
I just want to remind our viewers and listeners that just on this past Friday, we did an episode of On Perks, the second installment. Of
What was
On
that
Perks
fun?
On our Patreon. It's going, dude. When I so I realized at the end of On Perks that they were all from like a 2-week span over the course of like 20 years, and you were doing these year round.
Yeah.
We have, if we did every social media post that you wrote on Perks, I think that gives us like 10 years of content. So that's going to be a more regular occurrence, I think, over on our Patreon. I'm
gonna save them for you. You ever see that movie P.S. I Love You, where the husband dies and he sends letters to the dead wife? Like as he knows he's about to die, he tasks someone with sending out like a letter a year to the wife.
No,
I'm gonna do that with you because I'm undoubtedly gonna die before you.
What?
So I'm gonna send you a series of On Perks to read each year, maybe on my birthday. So you always have a piece of me in your heart.
I might get you. You know how you love the movie Her? I might get him made out of you. I'm gonna keep the after you die, I'm gonna keep the podcast going on my phone.
Your phone just farts on its own.
Yeah.
It's messaging fucking adult film stars on its own. Yeah, dude, that would be nice.
What are some other things where they get their friend like possessed into a thing? You know, I need some ideas here.
You could probably get me possessed into a Sibian. That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, or what if like you inhabited a hooker's pussy and then we just had to put a microphone up to it?
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah.
Just Ratatouille.
That's what it would sound like, dude.
They should make Ratatouille, but with the rat inhabiting a lady's pussy.
Oh, a prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would like
now
that.
we're talking.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt still does it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, now seems like a great time to thank our sponsors. This episode of Dad Meat is brought to you by Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com, use promo code FATBIRD, get everything you need to keep your pubis and your asshole in tip-top shape. And here's the thing that I learned, too. If you keep your asshole in tip-top shape, it really makes it easier for that bidet to do its work. Because I have a feeling if I didn't have my asshole looking like fucking Forrest Whitaker's eye, that I would probably have been able to just let that puppy go for about 15 seconds and felt clean. Yeah, it fucking felt great. So I left it on for about 2 minutes. But if I'd shaved up everything, there would have been no need for me to even feel as though I needed to let that thing run. So go to manscaped.com, promo code FATBIRD, get yourself a nice lawnmower 4.0, get yourself some ball toner, just whatever it takes to make your dick and balls look good, and your asshole too. People always forget about the asshole when it comes to
reach
trimming this shit up.
down, reach down, overshoot the penis and balls, and just with 2 fingers, grab a little bit of that asshole hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst texture known to man. It's like burlap.
Reach down, give it.
No one's ever going to be happy to encounter that shit.
Give it a grandmom's cheek pinch. All right,
and then roll it between your fingers like that,
mm-hmm.
and watch the way your asshole hair just wicks into a candle stick.
That's actually what Uncle Ron uses. So you notice like the first 15 minutes of candle burning has that odd smell to it, but that's the Uncle Ron's touch. But go to manscaped.com, promo code FATBIRD, get yourself something nice. Make your shit look nice. Dude, before I get my Mother's Day pussy tomorrow from my wife, I'm going to shave all my shit up and I'm going to hook myself up with some Blue Chew.
Have you ever like waited in a doorway completely nude?
No, but I have waited in a doorway with my shirt off and my hand up and basketball shorts on.
Okay.
That was for the picture I had to take to get us on the Tonight Show.
Right.
That was about it. How
But
about
you never surprised your wife with your body?
I wouldn't do that to her.
No.
No.
Yeah, right, dude. I think she would chimp out.
Yeah.
I think she'd go nuts. She'd start stomping on the floor. Big heart. Thump, 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 thump. Ow! Eyeballs coming out. Tongue rolls out.
Cocoa wet.
Yeah, she'd go nuts for that, man.
All right, I'll give it a shot tomorrow.
Do
man.
it. Tell me how it goes. I'll try it too.
All right.
We'll report back with our results.
All right. I'm going to trank dart that bitch. Also, check out bluechew.com. Also, promo code FATBIRD. You better believe when I'm fucking going ankle deep in that pussy tomorrow morning that I'm going to be fucking heavy into Blue Chew. You can go to bluechew.com, promo code FATBIRD. You get a free sample. You just got to pay the $5 shipping and handling. You do a brief video interview. It's quick. It's painless. They make it easy for you. I can't say enough about Blue Chew. I'm already fucking rock hard even thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, if I just think about the flavor of it, I have a tingle sensation. The second it hits your tongue, you're like, it's a little bit tart, you know?
It's like an adult razzle.
Are you supposed to chew them, by the way?
I do.
Okay, good.
I have swallowed it before, but like I just don't like to. No, that's not true. I love taking pills. I guess now I'm not really a fan of pills, but boy, did I love it.
Yeah, you ever snorted a Blue Chew? So you could crush the time release? Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Chew's the fucking best, man. It's a nice little push sometimes, you know.
Absolutely. I might not even fuck tonight, dude. I'm gonna throw one back. Just so I know that the blood circulates.
Let's watch a little golf. What do you want to say, you pervert?
I was gonna ask, Mike, how are you gonna set it up tomorrow? It's your Mother's Day pussy. How are you gonna set it up? Wear nothing but a flat brim and then.
No, buddy. What I usually do.
Flat brim and a smile.
I usually wake up before my wife, so I'll come down here. I'll have a cup of coffee. I'll check up on my scores. Check my email. Let her sleep a little bit.
Dude, I love that you like. It's an activity for you to check your email. That's so fun to me, man.
That's probably the trait that I've inherited most from my father.
I'm checking my email. That's awesome. What percentage of your emails do you think are even actionable for you?
Oh man,
How many of them are
a
just
fraction of a percent?
Yeah. How many of them are just like sneaker sales?
Most.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the last good one I got. Oh, about our this past week, about the thing we're doing in a couple weeks, the very exciting thing.
You got an email?
Wait, no, it was a text. Never mind then. Oh yeah, forget it. No emails.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that is
But
very
some
cool.
very exciting stuff happening.
Yeah.
About a week and a half.
Yeah. That's all. Don't even tease it. Don't even
You
get
know
these
me,
motherfuckers wet.
dude. I'm hot for my wife's pussy tomorrow, dude. I'm hot for what we're about to do in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be wet
Yeah, I'm so
when they
fired
find
up.
out about this thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you had a weird connection on Little Stinkers. I wanted to ask you about that attorney.
I'm glad you bring this up. I mistakenly referred to him as Fortunato Perry, but his name was Charles Peruto.
Yeah, Charles Peruto is a way better connection to have.
Mm-hmm.
Did he comment on your shit?
No, when I mentioned my Uncle Ralph last week on Rap,
Oh, okay, right.
I was like, I'm gonna see if I can find out more about this. So I went and I looked, and just when I put in my uncle's name, Charles Peruto, a comment he left on Reddit mentioned my uncle, and Charles Peruto's Reddit name is I Fart Bubbles. And he mentioned that my uncle was his first murder trial, and he got his charges downgraded from murder to manslaughter.
Yeah, that's really cool. Is it senior or junior?
This was Junior.
This is Junior's the one that just ran for DA, right?
That would make sense. Yeah, I think his dad's
Yeah.
been
So Mike,
retired for a
told
while.
a story on Realize Podcast last week about your uncle was a bad boy.
Ralphie, yeah.
Yeah, and he shot a lady He opened fire.
I think it's justifiable, but
Yeah. So a lady died by his hand,
a grandma.
and Chuck Peruto
Mm-hmm.
defended him, and it was his first case, and he just lost. He ran for DA in Philly and just lost. However, I don't know if it was him or his dad, but it was either senior or junior. Charles Peruto defended Gary Heidnick and got him off.
Oh yeah, I think that was the dad, and he said something very funny to him when he first met him.
Dude, I guarantee Peruto would do little stinkers.
I'm gonna ask
He
him.
might be a medium stinker. He also had that story about the girl in the bathtub.
Oh yeah,
You remember that?
I do. Yeah.
So he while he's running. Okay, I don't. Man. So, all right, this defense attorney, he's done like heinous cases. His dad did even more heinous cases. He got this like. So all right, so Gary Heidnick was like a Philadelphia like. Basically a horror story. It was like Philly Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This guy was, I think they might have all been Latinas. He was chaining them up in his basement and like electrocuting them and shit, and like starving them and just doing all the awesome. You know, he's playing the hits.
I just want to give a trigger alert to Jake because he was basically had the same thing happen to him at the hands of the diddler. So
Yeah.
be warned, Jake. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear this.
Yeah. All right, deal.
And so they finally catch the guy, and one of the Perutos defends him in court, and like I think gets like the insanity plea to stick. Like he avoids like the death penalty or something like that. And then Junior last year ran for district attorney in PA or in Philadelphia, and he had to have a section of his website dedicated to this old news story about a woman's corpse being found in his bathtub. And it turned out it was like an on and off lover who overdosed somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that he's got like a pretty solid alibi, but it's like too complete. There's way too much detail in it, so it's extremely fishy. And dude, you have to have him.
I'm at least going to reach out to him.
Yeah.
He seems like the man. Just in that article
Dude,
that I found
he
where
defended your uncle.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
I know it is.
Oh, all right, cool.
I'm glad you brought this up because I would have just put it on the back burner and forgot about it. But I will.
No, this has to be a priority.
I will message him this
local.
week. I know, man.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna get his ass.
All right, good.
He's the man. Like in one of the articles that I looked up where he mentioned my uncle, I don't know why, but he's pictured for it surrounded by these hot babes. And I don't think that has anything to do with the story.
Well, I do think that there are. You know how in Batman there's always like the upper crust of society, and they're just walking around with like ring girls.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah.
the round number girls. That is real. That's real life. And he's like one of those dudes. He's one of the guys that would say like, "Hey, Wayne, still trying to live up to your father's legacy or whatever," and Bruce Wayne would be like, "Yeah, whatever." That's fucking Peruto, man.
Yeah, man.
In real life. Oh man.
He's the kind of guy that walks around with ring girls, and I'm the kind of guy that catches ring girl kisses.
Yeah, get that motherfucker on there. That would be so sick.
Yeah, I gotta hit that boy up. Yeah, Gary Heidnick, man, he was something else. Like he was able to become semi-wealthy using his pension checks from being disabled from the army. And he would drive a Rolls Royce, and he would actually get some of his victims from the place where I used to work at.
Which one? Papa John's?
Yeah, some intellectually disabled ladies he had a penchant for. So he would go there and act like he was just taking them out for a nice time.
He was Sandusky.
With retarded ladies, yeah.
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 That's kind of like I almost said victimless crime. I do like to well, I was going to say if I were an orderly, I would like to think that like, wow, look at this nice gentleman taking these retarded ladies on dates, you know?
But he's got the eyes which indicate like, yeah, I'm definitely chaining this lady to a radiator.
Yeah, but when you have a Rolls Royce, that would explain.
True,
Like,
yeah.
Okay, he's got shark eyes,
Yeah.
but that's the only way you can afford it.
Okay, Gary, okay.
Oh, it's Mr. Gary.
What you hiding, Mr. Heidnick? I know it ain't that dick because I can see it from here. Okay. You better stop. You better take me to McDonald's, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna chain him up in my basement and kill him. Like, oh boy,
You
you
better
don't.
stop.
You better stop with that foolishness. As
got
he's- dude, as he's taking his 9th victim out of your group home.
I know you got some change for me in that basement, Miss Scary.
When you gonna take me for a ride? I like Bentleys. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, man. So, not altogether a bad guy.
I wonder if it did start out. I wonder if it started out as like he was like pen paling with these retarded ladies, and then like, oh, I want to take you on a date. And
Dog.
it just escalated from there.
I think it was as simple as him offering to take them to McDonald's.
Can you just do that? Can you just show up at a home like that and try to get girlfriends?
I would like to say no, but having worked at one of those places, it really is not that difficult.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to, if you had a few ducks in a row and you went there and said like, hey, I'm so-and-so and I'm here to take so-and-so out, if you got the right person, they would just let you take them.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Yeah. And these are adult. This is an adult special needs facility.
The one that I worked at was adults with elderly people with mental illness.
Yeah.
So many of them were trying to elope constantly, so you had to keep an eye on them. And then there were other times where like people would be in like the in a common room talking with one of the residents, and you'd have to go up and ask like, hey, like who's that in there with so and so? But I know not everybody would even question them being in there with another person.
Is this like a common scam, or is this like one person that did this? But I know that this has happened in Philadelphia. I know of at least one news story I saw, but maybe more. But one like horrific thing that people do is they'll just start rounding up retarded people and moving them into their house so they can collect their social security checks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you can start like a basically a pyramid scheme of social security checks.
It's funny you bring this up. I think it was maybe even this week where they released new pictures. There was a lady doing that in Philly a few years back, and she had like, I would just be guessing if I gave a number, but it was a lot of people. So much so that, you know, she was bawling with their social security
It was
checks.
a full Muppet Babies situation.
Yeah, man, their world looked kind of weird, and they wish that they were there. Probably close their eyes and make believe, man. But dude, it was a situation similar to Heidnik, where it's like, it's just there's a fucking soiled mattress on the ground, and they're next to the fucking water heater.
Yeah, dude, I saw a really. So all right, so I was wondering if there that'd be a great stinker, by the way. I love when I know of something where I'm like, that'd be a good stinker, Mike. But I also think that might like be a pretty common thing, at least in Philly. I feel like it happens kind of common.
True, man. It do seem like it happened here more often than not.
Yeah. I saw this story last week about there was this like couple, this like really fucked up couple, and they had an adult autistic daughter, and they left her on a couch for 12 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they had to like peel her corpse off of it.
Ooh.
Like when they found her.
What was she watching?
Probably SpongeBob. She's just watching Woodstock 99 over and over and over again. Yeah. So did you like get the vibe that anyone like how close to that kind of situation did you feel like you were when you were working in these places? Like, did it seem like none of that was that far off?
Well, there were people like that definitely needed to be prompted to like do shit, because I think whether it was just being overtaken by the mental illness or people just being beaten down by being institutionalized for so long, just not wanting to come out of their rooms to even fucking eat.
Well, I know. I think that's what makes them a target. But like, did you like? Obviously, Heidnik was coming into your place. Like, did you? How much of like? What was like the scope of abuse that you had a view of for all these people?
I don't think I encountered any abuse there. When I worked in schools, I encountered some. But as far as the group homes, it was more like borderline neglect as to where like you would have to say like, are you going to like do anything with them today?
Yeah.
Because everybody would be tasked with like certain rooms. And even though like if you were taking care of your own shit, you would be observant of like not seeing a certain person like in like the dining hall that day, or just, you know, getting like their morning cigarettes or whatever they got.
Right.
So
and then you're like, why aren't they here? And then it's like, that's not my job description, that kind of shit.
it would be a lot of that.
Yeah.
So it's there's a lot of that shit. And I think like fortunately like that place, the supervisors were on top of shit, and they normally had like, you know, their T's crossed and their I's dotted. So a day wouldn't go by where somebody would be forgotten, but there would be plenty of times where people had to be like, "Yo, are you gonna fucking do what you're supposed to do with this person today?"
Can't stand that, dude. You know me. I'm a stickler.
I know you are,
You know, I'm
buddy.
a hard worker.
Mhm.
It'd never be me. Do you have to have any like certifications? I'm so
No.
worried about having to get a job again.
Do you want to work there?
Well, I want to be a baker, but like I feel like I could do a good job doing retarded people. How do you apply at retarded people?
You just show up and eventually they start paying you.
Yeah.
You want to switch over to the Patreon?
What time is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, my bad.
Yeah, baby. We're having fun.
Yeah, dude. Come see us in Texas, May 25th to 29th.
Yeah, go to
TimmButterly.com has all of our tickets.
TimmButterly.com.
And we'll be at Helium tomorrow night, Monday, May 9th. We're doing a brand new material showcase that McCusker put together. And we're going to try to make it a regular thing if we can get people to come out. And it's called the Noble Bomb. The point of it is that like you have to go so hard on new shit that it's like 50-50 that you'll just eat shit. So that'll be a really fun time. Also follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/TimmButterly. I'm reaching new heights every week. We're having the best time ever. My sister was just a guest on it. She was helping me test out my 2-player setup. And we're having, I mean, Gardini's going to come down. It's the fucking best. And then also, here's an announcement that I keep forgetting to make. Stoner Dads has moved to its own YouTube channel, youtube.com/StonerDads with a Z. And that's also heating up. Just go watch it and listen to it wherever.
Before we go, I just want to mention, if you don't watch it already, check out Little Stinkers. Jacob Furman Matera, John Del Calo, and I. Most weeks we'll cover serial killers, but this past week we covered somebody who was just a flat-out stinker. Doesn't have to be somebody who's a fucking murderous pile of shit. It could be somebody who just likes to have fun. Like last week we covered Rob Ford, King of Toronto. Ton of fun. The kind of guy you want to party with. The kind of guy that Jake tries to emulate every day of his life. So check that out. We have a Patreon.
Did he do any fucked up shit?
Smoke crack while he was mayor. That was the worst he did.
I don't even think that's immoral.
I don't. I think he's a guy that likes to have fun. So go check that out. We have free episodes. We have Patreon episodes. If you sign up for the Patreon, which is patreon.com/LilStinkers, LilStinkers, you get early access to every episode. You get extra episodes. On Tuesday night, we're doing our monthly AMA at 8:15 p.m. You could ask us anything. You could find out what kind of perverted shit Furman's into. Anything you could think of, come check us out at patreon.com/LilStinkers. All right, guys, we will see you over on the Dad Meat Patreon, which is patreon.com/dadmeatpodcast. You can pay whatever the fuck you want. Just come over there, have fun with us, and we're going to be wilding out in about 10 minutes or so.
See you then.
All right, boys. Later.
I don't know why I didn't tell you just to grab that one instead of trying to